or heading into the final week of the season, but we are underway. Game number one, Butler in the blue. That's Kai, Sir Aaron, and Astro. And in the orange for Villanova, Riles, Zen, and Horsey. We are underway. A couple of quick shots early on here for Butler. Nothing quite falling in as of yet. And Zen going to play this one by Astro, looking for a pass down in front. That's a nice little pass to Riles, and that will be the first of the game. Villanova on the board early.
Great pass here from the corner. Zen loses the 50-50, but Horsey's in a great spot to just kick this out center, and Riles has been the go-to guy for Villanova. For him to get off to a hot start is important for them.
Going to put Butler in a bit of a tough spot to start this game, though there is a whole ton of time left to go in game one. I've only played about 45 seconds or so, but a quick start for Villanova. And we'll see if they can add on to it as Riles going to pop this one up. Sir Aaron, deflection into the corner. Zen now looking for a passing play out in front, but Kai will take that one away. Astro now patiently out of his own zone. We'll have this one fall to the midfield line where Horsey will play. Butler just trying to get set up on the offensive side. A little bit of a double commit there. Sir Aaron wants to keep it in, can't quite do it. But yeah, a pretty back and forth game. Butler had some early chances to start things out, but of course it is Villanova to take a 1-0 lead, and things have kind of settled down a bit from there.
Yeah, it feels very controlled. Kai not able to get that one, but Sir Aaron with the dunk. Great stuff from Butler here on offense. Eventually, Villanova gets kind of caught on their back line. They gain control, but really aren't able to do anything with it. Can't get out of their own third, and Sir Aaron is there to capitalize.
And the biggest problem was that double commit as well. Just miscommunication from the Villanova defense. Going to be punished this time around. Makes it a 1-1 game as Riles wants to change that. Zen on the rebound. Can't quite beat Kai. Sir Aaron decked out in all that Fortnite gear. Haven't seen one of those cars in a little while. Nice to see. There's now Kai off the sidewall. A little bit of a pinch down out in front. Riles will let that bounce by. Sir Aaron to Astro, just a bit high on the play. Another double commit. Riles ends up getting back to it, but Villanova, again, has been a little bit shaky on the defensive side with these double commits. They've been scored on once because of it. There's another one that's going to take two members out of the play. The net is wide open, but Astro just couldn't get a handle on it.
Yeah, that was a big demo coming through there, and like you said, the chance was there, but Villanova, I think it's eagerness, right? They're trying to get ahead of the play. They're trying to, stop Butler in their tracks, but, when you get that aggressive, sometimes it can lead to a couple miscues, as you saw there.
Certainly don't want to be giving up opportunities off the back of double commits and being a bit too overzealous to the ball. Sometimes patient play is the right play to make as Sir Aaron beats Zen to that one. Just like that, in a flash now, Butler takes a 2-1 lead.
And I think Zen kind of gets caught here thinking, okay, I have time to, come out and make this play and possibly get a good clear. And then he sees Sir Aaron, and it's already too late.
Can't get around on it. Needed to make that challenge, and unfortunately, Villanova is going to find themselves down with 1:45 left to go. Butler back-to-back goals now, looking for a third from Kai. Good play from Zen. Actually hits Horsey with the play. Riles tries to poke that one through, but it is just a bit wide. As now Astro and company on the clear. 90 seconds left, game number one. Horsey down to Riles. We'll keep it in the zone. Astro wants to try to play this off the corner wall. The pinch won't come out. And Sir Aaron on the clear. As, again, a pretty back-and-forth game, but Butler has had a majority of the chances as things have gotten on. And Villanova running out of time now.
Yeah, and it feels like Villanova is really trying to up the pace, but it's also dragging themselves out of position, and Butler has just played pretty darn clean as Sir Aaron once again the hat trick in game 1.
Yeah, Zen once more just jumping for this play, doesn't make contact with the ball, puts himself out of position, and it's hurt his team a couple of times. It's 2 back-to-back goals that Zen has been the first player to the ball, needing to make a challenge. It's unable to come up with it, but the nice pass to Riles, it'll bring us back to a 1-goal game.
Awareness here by Riles to take that face off and then keep going forward so that he can get this redirect and just push that one towards the net. With 50 seconds, Villanova's not out of it.
They still have a little bit of time, certainly. Just need to put one home before time does expire as Astro try to play out of the corner. Riles over to Kai now. Horsey off the back wall. To get out of your own zone right now if you're Villanova. This could be a chance. Sir Aaron's got to chase this back to the midfield. Zen with the challenge. Kai doesn't have the touch, but it does fall down to Astro. Good move around Horsey. We'll leave it for Sir Aaron. And time continues to tick. Riles will take control of this one. Shot. Chance. Score. Villanova ties the game with 12 to go. It's Riles with a hat trick in return of Sir Aaron's earlier.
And Butler was trying to kill so much time in midfield, and eventually just the strong challenge from Riles. Too much space given to him. He's able to go up, make that aerial play, and tie the game with 12 seconds remaining.
So a couple of hat tricks in game 1. Horsey with a chance. Doesn't quite get the touch. Will we have overtime? Riles doesn't want that, but Astro will send it clear. There we go. OT game 1. A hat trick for Sir Aaron, a hat trick for Riles. Who is going to walk away as the victor here? That is the big question now as Astro hits the post right off the kickoff. Butler nearly sent us to game 2, but Horsey able to find the clear. Astro out of his own corner. Riles wants to take it away. Zen has a huge chance. Doesn't get a touch on the ball. And Astro's got to block that one away. Riles can't get up to it. And now Kai back the other way. Has Zen to beat here. Zen is there on the back wall, able to make the play. And we've played 30 seconds. 3-3 game. Overtime game number 1.
Yeah, and it feels like the back line of Villanova is very nervous. Is that one dangerous? Horsey has to make that touch to get the ball out of harm's way, but it's still not out of the zone.
Astro had a good look there, but just doesn't quite play it in a controlling manner. Riles has to make a save on Sir Aaron at the top of the box. This one will fall across the way. Touchdown there from Zen. Here's Sir Aaron looking for a deflection. It will be Riles to clear it onward. And we continue to play in overtime. Kai looking for Sir Aaron. Quick deflection back wall, back out towards Kai. The Horsey is there. Astro on a good keep in. Trying to beat both players, a little bit of a double commit. Riles takes control, but this is going to fall right in from Sir Aaron. Make it 4 goals on 5 shots. Butler's going to walk away with game 1.
And Riles just trying to get Villanova a clear on this play. And Sir Aaron is there to answer with the challenge. Butler owned the midfield that game, and that's what earned them the win.
And again, a very close one. Hat tricks from either team, but it just wasn't enough for Villanova. They were playing from behind for a good majority of that game. And with the tie, it certainly looked like it was going to be a close one, and it certainly was. But Villanova just never really seemed to be able to get out of their own zone with any kind of speed. They were able to find clears, but it always seemed like Butler were right on top of it, waiting at the midfield line, waiting in their own zone to collect and immediately start the offense again.
I didn't check the stats there, but think back to the quality and quantity of chances. It felt like Butler's quality of chances were way higher grade than Villanova's. Villanova kept it very close and had some very good goals. Think back to Riles' redirect, but the shots and quality were all there on Butler's side.
Especially that overtime. Certainly a standout performance from the blue side, so we'll see if they can continue and take a game number 2, try to put this series on series point a bit early, but Horsey and company try to create out in front. Kai gonna block Zen's bid there. Riles wants to keep it moving. Astro over to Kai. Ooh, the touch is by Zen, but can't get around Horsey. And looks like Villanova trying to start things off a little bit quicker this time, trying to find that early goal. Certainly can't fault them for that. But Butler's keeping up with it now, and this is going to give Riles something to think about. Ends up getting blocked away. Sir Aaron, the pass out in front to Astro will be cleared onward, and it's going to chase Butler all the way back down.
Yeah, and it feels like the challenge for both of these teams is, you only had one goal scorer for both sides last game. Get someone else involved in the offense. Right now, it feels like Astro has been the guy clearing the ball, so it's got to be Kai for Butler. You're looking to, push that offensive pace. And Horsey here tries to get a shot for Nova, but cannot do so.
Good little block there. Kai up for it. Will score off the back wall. Kai with the touch. Beautiful play, and man, that's a pretty fortunate bounce coming out of the corner like that, but Kai was all over it.
Yeah, fortunate bounce, but that all starts because Villanova's overextended. The third man gets beat, and it becomes a 3v1 the other way, and the last player for Villanova, he's only there because he's hustling backwards, and Sir Aaron already back on the board.
Yeah, going to get a favorable 50 here from Zen. Not how you want to approach that. If you're the Villanova player, puts Riles in a very tough spot, got a piece of it, but just not enough to send it wide, and that will be a 2-0 lead now for Butler to start game 2. Big whiff from Sir Aaron. Horsey will score.
And that's exactly what you wanted if you're Villanova, an answered goal. You keep yourself in this game, in this series. Scoring on Butler has not been easy to do. It has not been, something that teams have had a lot of success with. So to keep it a 1-goal game, there's still plenty of time, but for Horsey to get on the board, that's huge.
Good way to get back into this one for Villanova. They only need the 1 goal to tie things up now. 3 minutes still left on the clock, so certainly plenty of time. Riles going to move forward with this one. Looking for a secondary touch. Astro across the box. Zen can't get the redirect. So Aaron was waiting for it, but it doesn't come out. We'll be able to play it off the goal line. It's halftime. Game number 2. We see ourselves sitting at a 2-1 scoreline in favor of Butler. Trying to make it 3-1 now. Riles blocks that shot down. Zen trying to challenge Astro. Ends up getting a piece of it, but just not enough to keep it in the zone. However, this will be Riles looking for Zen in transition. Kai on the block, and we'll continue to play 2-1.
Good recognition there from Kai. He saw the pass play coming. Zen recognized the chance for the redirect, so Kai had to move out of the back third early in order to make that play.
2 minutes left to go now, as we continue to play this back and forth style. Villanova has had some opportunities. Gonna have to hustle back on the defense now as Astro misses the net there. Had a chance at a little bit of an opening. Can't quite get it to go. Zen will rotate forward. He's around Kai, has to get by Astro. The pass is out to Riles, but Astro's there, utilizing the back ball to good effect to make that save. And he shall continue. Good save again from Horsey. Riles, this is a 3-on-1 if they're quick, but Astro's going to win the challenge. Sir Aaron will make the play, and Butler will score 3-1.
This is such a quick turnaround. Riles thinks he has a little bit of extra time, especially if he can beat the last defender. He gets absolutely dunked on, and Sir Aaron, just with the quick recognition to turn around and punch that one home, gives them the 2-goal lead.
So a 3-on-1 gets broken up, and Butler take a 3-1 advantage here. Things looking a little bit dicey now for Nova. They need 2 more in this game to try to tie things up, and certainly don't want to go down to 2-0 or 0-2, I should say, on the series here. Not against Butler, a team that has certainly been quite good at taking control of these games when they are given the opportunity. Kai, long range clear, riles in and out of the corner. Astro is going to be there. Big double commit. This should be wide open for Sir Aaron. Horsey just gets there to make the save. Kai will get blocked down as well. And Sir Aaron rejected on the goal line. No hat trick for him this game, at least not yet. But it's just a bit too little too late. Will this be it? Oh, Kai will knock it home. So no hat trick for Sir Aaron, but a 4-1 game.
You couldn't see it, but my jaw dropped at that Horsey save. He robbed him blind, and then unfortunately a whiff there on the wall. It's hard to play defense from that corner, you know, when you're on the wall, and it just gets around him, and Kai is able to dunk it home. And Butler once again showing up late in the game to seal the deal.
3 seconds left. Kai looking for Astro for another before we head on to game 3. They won't find it, and it will be a 4-1 victory in game 2. So again, Butler out to a 2-0 lead in the series. This game a little bit more one-sided than game number 1, but it does put Butler in a pretty good position, and Villanova again sent back to the drawing board heading into game 3.
And you just kind of think about like how the game has gone. It feels like Butler has played a more complete game, right? And it's partially because more players are stepping up, right? In game 1, we only saw 2 players score. This game, Kai had a huge effort, got MVP this game. Kai's effort, earned them a whole 3 goals differential, in game 2. So if he continues to play like this, I mean, this set could be a sweep.
Well, we're certainly on track for that right now. As a 2-0 lead for Butler has developed early on here in the series. That's a big demo. And of course, Astro into an awkward touch. Zen wants to try to follow it up. But that could be a big double commit now from Villanova. Astro quickly down the sideline. Gets it out in front. Horsey was in no man's land. How did they not score that one? A big miss on the defense there, but Villanova gets away with it. Now back the other way. Horsey tries to stuff it off the post. Astro will clear it. We continue to play 0-0.
2 big defensive stands there, and somehow you're right. I don't know how Butler doesn't walk away with the goal there, but the other way, Butler makes a huge save to keep this game scoreless.
Now Zen quickly again down the side. Sir Aaron waiting for the play. Will eventually fall all the way to Kai. Riles at the midfield line. Has that taken away by Sir Aaron. Forecheck into the corner here, but Horsey gets away from it. Now the pass to Zen. Quick shot, just going to be a bit high. Rebound for Horsey, and Villanova on the board, 1-0.
And where was the defense of Butler here? Horsey gets by 1. Zen gets the touch off the back wall, and Astro is the only player really nearby that has a chance of making this play, and he gets beat by a country mile. And finally, we get to see Villanova with a lead.
There was a demo that happened, I think, just a moment before, but you're right. The defense a bit lackluster there for Butler. Couldn't quite come up with the save they needed, so now they're going to be playing from behind, but Kai wants to fix that. Just missed it a bit wide. As Zen will play this into the corner. Astro gets a big piece of it to the opposing corner. We play 3:10 left to go. Butler looking for that equalizer. They're going back and forth between corners now. Astro not going to find the touch. Sir Aaron on the pass, and Astro will send it back. That's about as far as this one will go. Is a 1-goal affair here in game number 3. I guess it's not terribly surprising, but Butler just have not had any kind of offense, which is kind of the surprising part right now.
Yeah, and it feels like their backboard passes that they've been going for throughout the series have just been shut down. Nova has cleaned up their defense, and they've gone out and pressured Butler. As much as they can air dribble, they can't get it back down in front.
That one comes down in front. Horsey was looking for Zen. Kai and Riles will come together. Riles getting the better of that exchange. We'll keep this ball moving again. Sir Aaron's forced up to try to make a touch. Zen once more out of the opposite corner this time. Here comes Horsey quickly towards it. But Kai patiently out of the zone, down to Sir Aaron. Good block at the midfield line, bump on to Horsey. But should be able to get it out of the zone. The pass is over to Riles. Can't quite catch up with it. Good shot. Nearly caught Sir Aaron by surprise, but the save is made. But we keep playing 1-0. Rebound. Oh, Astro the save. Kai will cut across to reject Horsey on that play as well. And Villanova trying to find some insurance. They keep getting shut down.
What a save here. And Riles with a chance but can't do it. Can Butler even it up? They cannot. Kai a little bit late on the play. I was going to say that Villanova has done a much better job of gaining possession off of their clears. These booming clears, Butler can't gain control of it, and Villanova has found a little bit of offensive pressure that way.
Well, there we go. Riles with the second. Horsey the pass out in front. Demo is huge from Zen. And Villanova want to keep their series alive here. They've got to hold on for the next minute. We will have a game number 3. Again, Butler has been playing pretty well so far throughout the series. But Villanova, this is their first time with a lead. They've played quite well with it. Sir Aaron, quick shot. Rebound for Astros, blocked away by Horsey. And that's kind of been the epitome of this game, just things being blocked at the source right now for Villanova. Butler, only the 3 shots. They have not had any kind of fortune on the offensive side.
Yeah, the defense of Villanova has definitely cleaned up. It's been a handful of goal line saves, but still in game 3, they have pitched a shutout. In only 15 seconds, Butler needs anything to keep themselves in this game.
Well, with time counting down, certainly looks like we've got at least one more to go here in the series. Astro going to miss that high. Kai will break the shutout, but a bit too little too late, and the final score of game 3 will be 2-1. But, you know, this is a point of confidence right now for Villanova. A good comeback to the game. You've got one under your belt. It's not going to be easy to take the next 2, but you got to look at it one game at a time.
Yeah, and I think the adjustment that Villanova made was they started getting demos. You saw in games 1 and 2, they were trying to go for bumps, but they never really got it. You know, the demos weren't coming through. This game, they finally started to come through. The openings finally, found themselves. The physicality of this team finally started to show, and that's how they were able to get game 3.
You're absolutely right. We're heading into game number 4 now. And we'll see if Villanova can replicate the success. Butler has been looking pretty good throughout the series. I think game 3, a little bit of an off game for them. But if Villanova can continue to ride this wave of momentum, you never know what it could do to a series like this one. As we are underway, set to go. Game 4, and we've already seen one 5-game series today. I guess I wouldn't mind seeing another one, but if you're Butler, I think you're trying to avoid it as much as possible right now.
Yeah, Butler trying to clean this game up. Remember, these games are all important for standings now. Butler trying to be in contention for that number 1 seed.
Standings so important as we get closer and closer to this final week of the season, especially taking down a team like Villanova, one that you would expect, most people would expect them to be able to do. But the Big East always a competitive conference, and it always seems like it just comes down to who is the better team on the day. Right now, we don't really have an answer to that question. Trying to figure it out. We are here in game 4. No score on the board throughout the first minute. But Villanova does have a little bit of a hill to try to climb with needing this first game. As Astro, solid play to play that away from Horsey. Riles is going to send that towards the net. And we continue to play 0-0.
It feels like the time of possession is definitely in Villanova's favor right now. Butler cannot find a clean way to clear this ball out.
Well, here's Horsey throwing this down the pitch. Sir Aaron wanting a challenge. Riles is up for it. Quick shot. Good block there by Astro. Keep it moving at the midfield line. Has Kai with him, looking for the play across. Got a nice little touch there. Sir Aaron won't be able to find this one. Kai towards the net. Horsey the pop-up demo on the goaltender. But Zen is there to cover up. Villanova's defensive rotation comes up big. They keep it out for now, but this is Butler pressing.
Yeah, and the huge double commit came through there, but they were able to make the save and get the clear. So now they have time to stall out, grab some boost, and reset for Butler's next offensive attempt.
Back to the midfield as half of the game is gone. No score. Just a reminder that Villanova, series life on the line right now, leading this win to force a 5th game. Oh, this is wide open. Astro, he gets there in time. I think the ball was wide anyway. But that was nearly a big punishment. Riles looking for the flip reset past his head. Couldn't quite connect with it. Horsey will keep it in. Villanova's getting some opportunities now, just trying to keep this consistent pressure. However, Kai's going to clear it away. Horsey has to play it out of his own zone. And that's a big rebound right to Sir Aaron. Butler will be the first on the board.
And finally a missed touch here. Horsey, he's just trying to clear this ball, and Astro with another dunk on the high side of that wall, up almost by the ceiling. We've seen a couple of those types of plays end up in the back of the net, and great positioning there from Sir Aaron to take advantage of it.
Oh, Kai, beautiful pass. They'll score again. It's Kai to Sir Aaron this time. And with 91 seconds left to go, Butler take a 2-0 lead.
This duo is so scary when they get rolling, and they have been the two players that this series have been so consistent for Butler. And you see the beauty of a pass, that tiny touch just to get it off the corner of the wall back out in front, and Sir Aaron does not miss those.
That'll be 2 goals for Sir Aaron in game 4, trying to close it out for Butler. Astro can't get around Zen in the corner. Horsey to Riles, blocked away. 65 seconds, good dunk from Zen. Can he get it out in front? Kai's gonna stall things out in the corner for a moment. Gets it around Horsey. He's going to force Riles out of his own corner. Riles now looking for some kind of chance. Gets it around Sir Aaron. But only as far as Astro, and back to midfield we go. 45, 2-0 for Butler. And Villanova certainly have to be feeling the pressure of the clock now.
And Butler's defense is shelled up. Every time Villanova thinks they have a shot on goal, there's 3 players waiting in the net. They've got the entirety of it covered. There's just nowhere to go for Villanova.
They've only got this 20 seconds. They need to score 1 goal with time remaining to give themselves a chance. Riles to the midfield. Kai will keep it in. Time ticking down. Horsey the save. Astro out in front. Sir Aaron will pick up the hat trick and will most certainly finish the series here in game 4. 3 goals for Sir Aaron. Another beautiful pass from Astro. Give him 2 assists and 1 for Kai as well.
Desperation leads to overextension. Horsey's the guy who makes the save, but Villanova double commits, and that is the dagger in the heart of Villanova this series.
GG, that will do it. Butler take game number 4, and they will take the series as a whole. Well played to them, moving them up to 5-1 on the season, and keeping right in line with Seton Hall in the Big East. So, and Xavier University as well. So, an important win for Butler. Unfortunately, though, that means that Villanova is going to drop to 2-5, and not really looking too good for the playoff push. But still, with how close the Big East has been at the top, we've got now 3 teams, I believe. 3 teams sitting at 5-1. How close it's going to be in these final couple of weeks here to figure out who is going to be where heading into playoffs.
Yeah, it's those standings are so important. One seed could make all the difference between who you play in round 1 and who you play in round 2, and every goal matters. That is the tiebreaker statistic, is how much are you winning by, how many goals are you scoring. And so for Butler, this was an important win, and for Villanova, it's like we've been saying, it's back to the drawing board, and hopefully they can scratch something out next week.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to seeing how the Big East plays out. Unfortunately, we have to move away from the Big East. However, we have a wonderful matchup that you are not going to want to miss here after a very short break. It's going to be UT Arlington up against the only undefeated team left remaining here in the EGF, in the University of Delaware. So some 2 powerhouse schools going at it in just a couple of minutes. Make sure that you stay tuned to this channel right here. We'll be back in a sec.